The back door. Back in 1974, when I was only 8 years old, we moved into a beautiful older home. Everything seemed to be going well, until my mom bought an Ouija board. We all played with it, laughed at it, thought it was great fun, until things started to take a dreary turn. One night while I lay in bed, I felt something tug at the sheets. I was only 8 years old, so I didn't think anything about it. But I kept feeling this annoying, weird sensation of sorts. And then out of the blue something yanked both ankles, and pulled me about 6 inches off the bed. I jumped up and ran to the living room, which was all the way across the house, screaming at the top of my lungs for my mom and dad. They assured me everything was okay and not to fret. Well, I was so terrified from then on that I never would go to the bathroom, which was on the other side of the house. Instead, I would use my baby doll diapers to urinate in. That's how afraid I was to get up at night. Fast forward a few weeks later, I was standing at the back door when someone knocked. Mind you, I was making toast right at the back door. So I looked out and no one was there. I ran outside, looked all around the house, and no one was there. There is no way anyone could have outrun my vision sight. I thought, oh no, the ghost again. And then a few weeks later, my mom awoke at night, screaming, saying she couldn't breathe, that something was smothering her. We were all terrified to live in the house. My dad had accused my mom of opening a portal with the Ouija board. We started talking to the neighbors about the weird events. Turns out that there had been 5 people brutally gunned down in this home. So we were told. It was a drug deal gone badly. Again, so we were told. And where they lay was, you guessed it, at the back door. We put our house up for sale and never looked back. The Watcher. When I was a child, we moved into an old house in St. Paul, Minnesota. It had a skeleton key for all the doors in the house, which I thought was cool, and an old clawfoot tub in the bathroom. Once we got settled in, so did the unsettling feeling that something was not right in the house. I began to hear someone or something whispering my name. Sometimes it was loud, and I would assume it was my mother calling me, and I would call back to her only for her to say she had not called my name. I thought maybe it was the stress of moving to a new neighborhood and having to attend a different school, and tried to shrug it off until the night I realized it was not stress but something else entirely. Something that would haunt me for the rest of my life. Thankfully only in the form of memories. One night, I awakened in the middle of the night. I was sleeping in the top bunk. My bedroom door was open and faced my mother's bedroom. I looked at the foot of her bed and screamed in horror at what I saw. It was the shape of a man, but completely white and transparent. The man had almost a strange glow against the dark of the room, but the most terrifying feature was the black holes for eyes, completely dark and empty, just staring and watching silently from across the room. This encounter happened many times again to me and my little sister. Always the same, never interacting, just watching. Finally, we ended up moving from that house, but that house and the experiences in it have stayed with me, fueling my obsession with the paranormal and looking for answers to who or what was in that house.